one.
What's up? Happy Eulalia Day. Welcome back to the Amphitheater. My name is Jacob Plick, Duval King Jacob on the internets, and back at it for episode 3. The gang gets Shrew'd. That. Can I just tell you how much that just hurt? Like, hold on, let me roll my wisdom save for a second. I rolled natural 20, so it didn't work at all. Great. Good, and a natural 23 to not hurt anyone. That's awesome. Anywho,
I don't think that's how that works. Convinced. I don't think that's how that works. Yeah. I think this one just does damage, kind of like magic missile.
Yeah. It's an auto hit. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, glad to be back with you. Lots of stuff to talk about before we get into our lovely game. So first things first, wanted to thank everyone for getting us past the halfway point of our, I don't know why it clipped out of there, halfway point of our Ko-fi goal, which is officially official. We can officially say, even though we said this like 2 weeks ago, Morgan Peter Brown will be joining us likely sometime in the latter half of February or March, depending on what these chuckleheads do, because I have an idea of where he's going to be, and then they won't go there, and then, that's Dungeons and Dragons. So we'll see how it goes. But we are not done yet, my friends. So we are currently at 60% out of the hundo that we're trying to get to. And I mentioned on Twitter that at 69%, because it's nice, I will reveal who will be our second guest for Eulalia 5e, a Redwall story. And I will just let you know that this person likes karaoke a lot, has really, really good hats, and is really fucking talented. And that's about enough for now. You could say, Jacob, that's like a lot of people. It could be. But
Did
also,
you describe yourself?
It's me, DMPC, level 20. No. No. Anyway, as well as, of course, if you want to, we have some lovely merch over there. SoNerdwear.com. It's what the nerds wear. SoNerdwear.com/the Amphitheater. If you want to check that out over there. As well as some other stuff, news to come. I got some paperwork to do, but some affiliations and things will be, hopefully, if I do my job decently, more things and cool stuff and partnerships and stuff to announce. But that is later, and this is now. You know what we're going to do right now? We're going to introduce the lovely cast of Eulalia 5e Redwall story, starting with the man who just announced a really cool cast. So, Prince, say what's up to the people and who you are and who you're playing.
Hey, everybody. I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. And I will be playing Corain, the Paladin, Sea Otter. Both of our pronouns are he, him. And yes, I did just announce a dope cast. Go check out my Twitter.
Yeah, you should. Crystal, where are you?
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. I am playing Saoirse Okira, the Sorceress Crow.
Yeah, Lynn.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I'm Lynn, Gremlin Art, and I am playing good old Alice, the ranger, and we are both she/her.
Hills, yeah. Across the board, over to April.
Hi everyone, I'm April, she, her, and I'm playing Noor, also she, her, the clerical otter.
Yeah. And last but certainly not least, the man who has revealed his true ears to the world, Bill.
I am Philadelphia on Twitter, and that's pretty much it. I don't spend time on the internet all that much. Tonight, I will be reprising my role as Tamarisk Ribbled, the hare with a little bit of a backstory that's being revealed as we speak here. He is also a rogue, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But that's what I'm doing tonight. What about you, Jacob?
I am doing storytelling, I think. We'll see. But before we get into the recap, I guess we should roll that really pretty ass intro that Maddie made us, right? So without further ado, let's tell a Red Wolf story.
Abbey built of red sandstone, dear to us as if our own. Cinder call across the land, all shall feel the mountains hand. Eulalia, my heart will sing. Eulalia, the bells will ring.
All right.
Welcome back. Awesome. So, Bill, you want to give us a recap?
Sure. I'm glad I asked for a recap earlier today.
That's exactly why this is happening.
Which
that was revenge for last week, for last time.
Yeah.
So now I'll take it back. And I just wanted to see you sweat. That's all. Got him.
I thought we did an excellent job at recap.
Yeah, the recap
Actually,
that was
not
was
wrong.
delivered to me was all in GIF form. So
Yes, it tracks. Anywho, so last time on Eulalia 5e, a Red Wall story, as our lovely party, yet unnamed, looking at you, April, because I know you have ideas, is headed out into Mossflower Wood on their way to the River Moss to catch some fish, to prepare, to have prepared for the Great Spring Redwall Feast that is to come a day and a half from now. So, I believe Critters is trademarked, but who knows? Anywho, while they were aware that they had at least a day and a half one-way travel and a day and a half back, they met up with a dark-furred, strangely tall, allegedly long patrol hair by the name, at the time, of Brigadier General Cluckers, and who, of course, not Cluckers, not General Cluckers, Brigadier General Cluckers, and were advised that they are welcome to stay at his home, and weirdly enough, set out to have a moment alone, and were discovered by both Alice and Tamarisk to not be, at least from their perspective, who he said he was, and mentioned that he didn't know who they were and was very concerned about their being in and around. Eventually, Calm was set up and initially was identified as someone by the name of Tomlin, who was also carrying these set of letters to this apparently Corsair love by the name of Vixen. The evening went off with initially a threatening situation, and then eventually was resolved. And the morning quickly brought both Brigadier General Cluckers back to normalcy, as the party set off to initially investigate a strangely floating logboat, revealed to be 4 of the shrews of the Gasm, who would be Logalog Sniz Hawkeye, Hannah, Tibu, and Neat, who, after much yelling and conversation and threats, and decided to assist our party in their fishing excursion. They were then, Prince. Where's negative inspiration? Shortly thereafter, after beginning their excursion, they were accosted by a large constrictor snake, and with the assistance of the Gausim, soundly defeated it and reached level 2. Then the fishing itself was completed, and that is essentially where we pick up on the River Moss. So, my fine folks, you have a day and a half of travel left. The calm of the adrenaline setting in from earlier. What would you like to do?
I think Core would not like to get in any more fights because all the fights have not gone his way.
Indeed.
That's fair.
Did we take a rest? We didn't rest or anything, did we?
No, you guys did a bunch of spell healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're all healed now. You're
Nora
healed
healed me up.
Okay.
Indeed. Indeed. So, Lug Sniz is just like, well, congratulations and all of that for that fun, terrifying, amazing situation. Well done.
Thank you.
We're the ones that killed it,
was
though.
it really?
It was more of a team effort.
Right. You have a good point. They have a good point. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Should we think about, I don't know, cutting up this thing and taking it with us?
Oh, the snake? Well, it's up to you.
I mean, it's meat.
I'd start around the knee.
I mean, part of it's yours, so you
Do
should
they have
take some as well.
Log kind of grabs the carcass. Where exactly would you imagine it to start at? Could you just point it out for me?
Right around there. And it is completely arbitrary place where Core is pointing.
And he just shakes his head and
I see it right there, right about the knee area. You're right, brother.
So he takes out a dagger. Here.
Yeah.
And then lays it back down on the ground. And does everyone want to assist in setting this all up?
I will.
I can help as well.
All right. So go ahead and let's say one of you or both of you can make a survival check on this.
I can do that.
All right, I can assist. So
Yeah. So yeah, that would give Seisha advantage. And since Log is helping, add a d6 to that.
Ooh, groovy. Well, we'll where's my d6? There it is. Boop. Okay, so that's 18, 19, 20, 21.
All right, 21 it is. Let me do this really fast. Hold on. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a terrifying display as like he's trying to like go down the middle and like kind of cut through the bone, and you're just going to town in this like really violent looking manner, but it's quite neat. And like there's actually to a point where he just stops and just like, as a matter of fact, you didn't need my help at all. Wow, that's.
What can I say? I know how to strip a corpse.
All right, that's not creepy at all. Yep, great. You don't want to take lessons from this one? Not particularly. Right, so, I believe you have a bit of a trek ahead of you.
Yeah.
But there is another option, if a bit more on the dangerous side, but you could certainly do it. It would save you a bit of time versus walking back a day and a half.
And with all the meat we have, what's
Well,
the option?
Yeah, kind of not like kind of wraps a knuckle on the boat. Now, of course, obviously you can't really fit in this thing, but you could sort of maybe make some rope to sort of tie you to it, and then head over out to the east. Now, initially, this is actually up against the current, but once you hit where the river cuts down, it actually, and gravity, of course, will take you down right past the abbey. You just cut through a bit of Mossflower wood, and you'll make it back in about 3/4 of a day instead.
When you say down, you don't mean like straight down, like waterfall down.
Oh no, that would be incredibly rude of me. No,
just because you would. I'm making sure.
It seemed like a app description.
You did say something about gravity, if I heard that right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do
Gravity.
remember the last time I was in the water, a snake tried to digest me.
Keyword
That's true.
tried. It did not succeed.
Yes, I wear a lot of armor. That makes it a little bit more difficult, but still.
All right. Well.
Alice, what do you know about the river? Is this an anomaly, these large snakes, or is this rather normal?
Like the heron, I think large snakes are a little unusual. You could find some snakes, not one of this size. It's usually pretty quiet.
Well, so is it fair to assume that we faced one, it's unlikely we'll face another?
Unlikely, but not impossible. There could be two, depending on the two or more, depending on their areas where they coexist, either coexist or have their own separate territory.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I would prefer to not run into Brigadier General Cluckers again. So I would prefer taking the river.
Apparently, we've got an echo happening. Okay. I don't know.
But we can't all fit on the boat, so I probably could swim next to it.
Yeah, I can swim is fine.
You could swim behind me. You'll be safe.
Fine.
I'll make all the
I mean-
noise.
Yes,
I'm
that's
just
what
gonna
I'm worried
fly.
about, obviously.
I'm gonna pull Core back. We'll let the boat go first, and the boat will make all the noise, and they'll go after the boat first.
What if the boat goes fast and then we are stuck behind and something attacks us?
We tie a rope around our waists and the boat, so if the boat goes faster than us, it'll just drag us behind.
But if something eats the boat, then we'd get dragged down with it.
We make a safety launch, so we just emergency ripcord off of the boat if needed.
This is why you don't come up with the ideas. They always turn out bad.
Ripcord. That's
Amazing.
all we need.
We'll just swim. It's fine. It's fine. If you feel that passionate about it, you could throw something out of the boat and use them for bait. We don't have to be faster than everyone. We just have to be faster than whoever's the slowest.
And in the water, they're all going to be slower than us.
Precisely.
Okay. We'll swim next to the boat. It's fine.
All right. And then right behind, let's see, who is it? Where did you go? And Hannah sort of raises a hand. Boss Logalog, what? How are we going to get back home? Oh, you nitwit, we're going to walk. What does it look like? Oh, all right. I suppose. Now, how do you plan to cover the situation in regards to the fish itself? Just make sure it doesn't, fall off the boat.
Oh, we
As
just
you
use the
travel.
nets as bags.
All right. Well, just in case, and he'll actually reach into a kind of a large satchel and hand over an additional 50 feet of rope, just in case you need some extra.
Thank you.
I want everyone to make a perception check.
Oh no.
Hmm.
That's a 14.
14. Okay.
18.
21.
21.
6.
6. Anyone besides Timorous can beat a 15? All right. Okay. So Core, Alice, and Timorous. From behind Log-a-Log, there's actually a bit of whispering, not unlike Nora and Core. And what you pick up is like, why is he in such a better mood? He was in like a absolutely awful mood like 30 minutes ago. Like I just don't. And like just like an elbow, it's just like shh. Kind of looks, kind of gives like a dagger of a look. Anyway.
Well, what seems to be the problem? I didn't expect this many warriors around here.
Well, well, it's not that there's a problem. I don't think so. It's just a good fishing spot. As you well know, minus the ginormous snake over there. Well, Odd is formerly known as, of course.
I would like to insight check that, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 5.
Log-a-Log's fucking weird, dude. Yeah. No idea. Hard to read.
Can Saoirse also make an insight check?
Of course. That'll be it. The inside check is closed.
Well, that is a 19 plus 4. So
Oh.
I'm going to send you a message.
okay.
Oh my god, is this our first whisper?
I think
my,
so.
oh my god.
Secret messages.
Secret messages.
Secrets. Secrets.
While the secret message is happening, you can click the link and check out our merch.
Hey,
Yeah.
I see what you did there. I can't even concentrate now. It's okay. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, dimples. Anywho. Well, any other assistance that you guys might need?
No, I don't think so. Saoirse's gonna toss the snake carcass into the boat because she's just gonna fly, so
Okay.
it can take her seat.
Easy. We just let you borrow it like 30 seconds ago. You almost broke it in half.
Oh, it's not that bad.
And then from behind him, there he is. Okay. Anything else y'all are doing as you prepare for boat excursion 2022?
Core is getting comfortable in the water.
Okay. Sure. All right. Timorous?
I do not tie myself to the boat, though.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no tying ourselves.
That seems right. Cool. So, given that that's the case, as you all begin to set off, who's doing the rowing?
I mean, I think it's just me and Alice in the boat.
Yeah.
So
and,
I think
Sasha's flying. Cool. This should bode well. So, but yeah, as you all begin to head off, and there's kind of just a nod. Tell the blokes at Red Wall we said hello. And we really need to pay a visit sometime. Anyway, what about the feast? No, got other things to do. As you guys begin to head that way. Now, again, as you mentioned, you're sort of up against the current a little bit here. So what I'm going to need is a couple of strength checks. From Tamarisk and Alice.
Yeah, that's going to be another 5 for me.
Okay, here we go.
4. Oh boy, we are not doing it.
Yeah, so it's like the car's in neutral. Like,
yeah,
you're getting to row, and you're not really going anywhere. You just hit, put your backs into it.
How about we do 1, 2, 1, 2. Just
try to
we're just going in
synchronize.
circles. Yeah.
And Tamarisk, you've done this before. It has been a while. But you've definitely done it. So go ahead.
Also might be probably Alice's fault. I don't think she's gone in the. She knows how this one. She hasn't been in a boat very often, so she's like,
no doubt.
Maybe if we do this, it's probably something Tamarisk already knows.
Oh man, you guys in puns tonight. Oh, ooh, boy, I don't know if we're gonna make it, you guys. So the difficulty is slightly higher, but go ahead and give it another whirl. And seeing this difficulty, Norcor and Saoirse, is there anything? Oh boy, it's worse, isn't it? Interesting.
7. Wow, roll 20 is not.
You
I got a 6.
I mean,
No.
You know,
Alice, I'm thinking perhaps we may want to rethink this boat excursion, or perhaps at least rely on our other
yes,
friends.
it's like yes.
Yeah.
So she'll whisper.
I
She'll
think
like
that's probably a good idea.
yes, maybe you too.
Huh?
Yeah.
Do you mind giving us a little bit of a head push?
Start.
Yes.
A push, like a push start of a boat. Push start a boat.
Yes, just get us going and then we can row.
Okay,
I think
wait.
that's how that works.
If I'm not mistaken, you're going against the current, which means us pushing you is just going to make the boat spin around.
Depends on the angle you push.
Depends.
No, that would mean I'd have to actually continuously push you. And I'm really not that interested in that, to be honest with you.
No, they don't need to just
well,
give them a shove. They need to. You could try to pull them.
Yes, but then that would make me like a mule.
Yes, I don't want that either.
Yeah, you think about it for a little bit.
I mean, there's always the option of walking again.
Yes, there is the option of walking.
I didn't realize how strong this current was. If this is how the whole journey is going to go, maybe we rethink the dangers of seeing Brigadier General Cluckers again.
What if us Rose? That seems.
That seems kind of counterintuitive, but if that's what you want to do, maybe you can inspire them somehow. Give them
wait,
a
I
blessing.
can do that.
As you're having this conversation, Long is just like there's like a heavy sigh.
Well, I can only do it one person at a time. Can I do it?
One of us has to have a good roll. One of us just has to have a good roll.
I can guide someone and add
You
a D4
can.
to the roll. And not just watch you fail.
I will say that it will just add to the overall success or failure perspective.
Oh, actually, here's a thought. Alice, it makes sense for one of us to at least have a bit of a break. So why don't we switch, and while one person rows, the other one can take a rest. How does that fit?
She just like glares at you. She's like, it's a look that says like, you think it's my fault, don't you? She folds the oar in front of her.
I'm gonna scooch over a little bit and sort of grab it, and then scooch a little bit more to make it physically known that perhaps you should go sit on the other side of the boat.
That's pathetic.
Oh, for the love of...
Slowly rises and takes her seat and just crosses her arms.
All right, terrorist.
This is awkward. Guidance.
Isn't
Yeah.
it? Very, very awkward.
Yeah. Corey, you doing anything during this?
Laughing,
Perfect. Seriously?
just floating on his back, kicking, just.
I love that.
Can Saoirse, like, attach a rope to the front of the boat and, like, grab it with her claws?
Sure.
And
Yeah,
just
you can give that a
pull
whirl.
at least a little bit?
That's a strength check for sure.
Okay.
You know them sorcerers. Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
You gotta be kidding me.
What happened? I can't.
Not one. Not one.
Is it?
No, it's a 9 total, including the guidance.
Oh.
But
Oh my god.
Oh, that was it.
You've been steadily
Okay.
getting
That's
better.
what it's not.
You're getting better though.
Yeah,
You're
it's like
increasing-
Saw
you
the,
kinda jostle
D4.
it a little bit.
So the D4. Okay, got it.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know what? What if? Hey, let me try to row for a little bit. At
Alice
least get
just
you
ma-
started.
Alice just makes that, the mouth click noise.
And I'll hop. I'm gonna hop in the
Seaman.
boat and
Okay.
like take the oars from Tamris.
Sure.
I'm also gonna roll a d20 for this D&D Beyond,
Yeah, sure.
just so everyone can see it.
Are
I'm
we
gonna guide
both-
myself.
Are we both in the front now? Just like
Yes.
you've lost privileges to both.
Corey's just doing circles around the
So
boat.
that's a 16 plus.
Did I manage to move it at all?
What was your roll?
15.
15. Oh yeah.
And I got a dirty 20.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Now that's.
I would like to know that I did.
Yeah, Alice-
I did semi-shame Tamarisk into the
You
front of
did.
the boat with Alice. After
Yeah,
seeing
Alice
what
and
Tamarisk did
Tamarisk
to Alice,
essentially.
there was
And-
a shame.
Yeah. And
We have the maritime version of a dunce cap on our heads.
exactly. And eventually, as Logalog is continuing to just shout and disdain at all of you, whether that's to help motivate or not is really up in the air. But eventually, you begin to make some headway and begin to essentially tow this boat to the east with it's not fun, but it starts to finally work, and all right, finally. And then like the last thing you hear from him is just something I've been wanting to do since I was 12. Woo! Lug, and out of earshot. So as you continue to tow, this takes the better part of an hour and a half, close to 2, and you are beginning to hit like soreness, and it's not fun. Anything going on during this time besides maybe a random core laugh or 3?
Nora is explaining how water and the dynamics of a boat work now. Like, see, if you hit the water in this direction, you're going to go that way, and that's what you were doing. You have to hit the water in this direction if you wanted to, and it's just how water works.
Saoirse, what about you?
Saoirse's grumbling under her breath in Irish.
That's kind of what I thought. Beautiful. Eventually, you do hit this sort of current that sort of it's not like it reverses, but it just seems to flow differently, and you're able to like finally let let the tautness of everything sort of relax a bit, and you're able to and you begin to drift to the south. So about another quarter of the day, you're kind of heading around lunchtime or so. I need everybody to give me a perception check, please.
Before we do that, is it fair to say that we've had a long rest now that we're on the short the fast portion? Well, I think at least
Short
Alice
rest?
and I
Short
have.
rest?
It's
Probably
short
had
rest.
short
We're
rest.
the
Yeah,
only one
definitely.
due to
Yeah, short rest, sure.
bad,
But long
bad
rest,
rolling
nah.
on 'em.
You'd have to stop somewhere.
All right, perception
Okay, I don't
check,
need a
perception.
short rest.
18.
18. Okay.
19.
So
13.
okay.
Everything except for the
So-
rowing. Everything except for the rowing.
22.
22. Jesus. Actually, kind of everybody. We'll say just kind of a group DC here for
Except
this.
for Bobby.
Um,
Okay, good. Good to see. Yay.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, most of those rolls was more than enough. And you, as you begin to speed up just a little bit, and then again and again, and you begin to hit, and it's getting a little fast, and you begin to see these two large gnarled trees that are not moving, sorry, that's weird, that are, their branches are up and over this kind of, for the small sort of river area, and you see two small dark furred what appears to be almost like half of Alice's size, that are just like up in the trees, just watching. And what's really odd is the dark fur is matched by these what looks to be sort of glowing red eyes. Alice, you know exactly who these are. These are the painted ones.
Great.
And they just sort of watch you go by.
Before we like get all the way out of range.
Yep.
I mean, because we all see it, this is very strange and odd.
Sure is.
I'm gonna call out and say, who is this? Is this? And I'm like reaching for my bow, and is like I pull it out, and I'm looking at the rest of the crew. Are they dangerous?
They can be. They're feeling like it. They feel like they have an advantage. True rats.
I worry about an ambush in this situation.
I mean, you think right. Hopefully they deem it not worth the trouble. Those
Why are
two,
they like
there's
this?
probably
Did they
more.
not get hugged enough as children or something?
They just hope not to be eaten. It's a thing. Live out in the wild.
I think it would be hard to eat me with all this armor. They'd have to peel it off first.
They might just do that.
Maybe we shouldn't be clumped together then, just in case.
What is that old saying that Dad used to say? If they're feeling froggish, they should leap.
Yes. And
Are they
and-
armed?
With your perception check, what was it, a 20 something?
22, I think.
Yeah. You see strapped to their backs, just at a glance, mostly thanks to the sun kind of hitting the glint and kind of hitting into your eye. It looks to be these small spears.
But they're not drawn in like an aggressive stance.
No. Mm-mm. but as you begin to pass through, they seem to just disappear.
Alice, you know nature. You seem to have some tracking skills. What do you see up ahead? Do you see a choke point that we should be particularly worried about?
What do I know about the river as far as the kind
Aside-
of like bends that we were going to be happening upon?
It's pretty much I need to validate what I'm about to say with a map. Because so the river itself sort of as it cuts down and to the southeast, eventually as you hit the abbey, it sort of wraps up south, right perpendicular to it. But you've not been this particular portion, so you're not really sure of like if there's like any obstacles or anything like that from that perspective.
I mean, there's nothing mapped out, but with our luck, there could be a log, or they could put something down to block us.
Why don't I?
Should we
could
swim ahead?
Swim ahead. Yes, that's the words that weren't working in my mouth. Holes.
I mean, I can keep an eye on the boat from here,
It's mostly because you probably stick your foot in it.
but the current seems to be doing its job, so that might be for the best. Multiple eyes, figure out what we have.
Okay. Nora's gonna look at Tamarisk. Remember how to hit the water, so you go forward.
Under any circumstance, we should not leave the boat to go on shore.
Don't
Better
get on the
chance in
shore.
here than going out there.
Got it.
Hit the shore. For sure, be ambushed.
I don't know why I feel it. Just guidance on Tamarisk for the next minute, just in case. And Nora's gonna hop in the water.
All right. As you begin to, so are both of you swimming ahead or just Nora?
Both of us.
Both
Okay.
of us are swimming ahead.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check, or one of you can roll with advantage.
I'll roll with advantage.
Okay, cool.
I have no bonuses to this, and my rolls
Cool,
have been
I
shit
needed
so
that.
far.
Because
Yeah.
my first was a 10, the second was a 14, so that brings it to an 18.
18.
Ooh.
So, you swim around forward. You kind of have to dodge as you kind of speed around to beat the boat. Some small, kind of underneath the waves, there is like a collection of these small stony rocks that you just kind of barely move around, both of you. And as you sort of break the water surface, as you swim in the next 15-20 minutes, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Just a collection of these small trees. The ones that were gnarled were pretty unique looking. The remainder are these trees that are beginning to bud with the spring for the first time all season.
Just like pop my head up and wave, just be like, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing my best to like just use Nor's guidance, like spell wise and and flavor wise to make sure that I'm like avoiding all of the big rocks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But so I guess I don't have my hands on my bow then.
Nope.
I mean,
After
Alice
a-
can kind of like cover for that. Like she can make a big show that she has a weapon.
Okay. Eventually, though, with that same perception roll, you do see after another like 20 or 30 minutes that there is some small, like the trees are not moving with the wind. There's clearly something wrestling, but that's really about it. It could be other wildlife. It could be them. Who knows? But as the sun begins to set, You can continue on at night, or you can stop and break camp.
I think it might be a good idea to rest.
Yeah. So at this point, you'll 3/4 of the day, you'll make it back probably around the 9ish, 10ish time frame at this point. But up to you. Because it is dark.
Alice, you seem to know what these things were. Do we camp here? What is your advice, knowing that they're out there?
If we need rest, we should take it. But my personal opinion would be to keep going, not risk it. If we do go on shore, we have to build a fire, and hopefully there's enough dry kindling.
We'll be fine, probably. Unless we aren't.
Bum 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 bum.
Well, it is getting quite dark, and it is going to be harder to see on the water. And if a snake comes in at us in the dark, I'd rather be on land. If something's going to attack us in the dark, we should be on land for the rest of you than in the water, where only 2 of us would be okay.
Yes.
Saoirse tilts her head at you. Are you not able to see in the dark?
Well, I meant in the water in the dark. It's just another added problem.
No, I cannot see in the dark.
Oh.
Wait, can we not see in the dark?
We didn't get dark vision.
No, I don't. I also cannot.
Oh.
I can't see anymore. It's dark.
Saoirse has 120 feet of dark vision.
We should stop, because I can't see in the dark either. And fire on underwater doesn't work.
All right.
The light cantrip does.
Don't have that. Wasn't prepared at the moment.
All right, so we make it ashore. First things first, we gather firewood. After that, we can rest.
All right.
Okay.
Are you headed towards the left or to the right when you make your way onto shore? The right is closer to the abbey. The left would be off, like towards the woodlands.
If we have to run to if we have to make an escape, whatever side of the abbey, we probably would not want to have to swim to get across and go back to the abbey.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. So yeah, without much issue, you definitely do that. There's a small embankment that with several, almost like the color of gravel, level of rock, so enough to place a logboat just fine. And you're about 10 feet away from the beginnings of the woodland areas as well. It's actually fairly temperate. Most of the snow melting the night before, actually from here you can see it's far, but just barely in eye shot is the outline of the red brick walls. Red sandstone walls. What's brick? Who knows?
I'll take first watch. It's fine.
I'll take third.
Okay.
Well, if you're taking first watch, I'll take the first watch with Core.
Right. So Nora and Core up first. You actually find, without really any issue, some firewood. However, real quick reminder, you were also, the fishing was not the only thing you were asked to do. Is there any excursion into the woods to gather ingredients, spices, hot root, things like that? If not, no worries. Just wanted to remind everyone.
I think if I were to find some, like along the way to find some firewood, I would not pass up that option.
Okay. So, here's what we are going to do then. In that case, where is that?
While
at?
they're setting up for a fire, Saoirse can fly around and see if she can find some herbs.
Okay, love it. So begins our first foraging excursion. So, you can make perception, survival, or nature, your choice. And yep, and I'll set the DC accordingly. And are you looking for two separate things or the same thing?
Saoirse's just gonna see what else she can find.
Okay. So go ahead and roll whichever one of those three with the appropriate modifier, and then roll a D100.
That is a dirty 20 for
Mm.
nature roll.
Noise. You'll love
And
to see it.
then- That is a 74.
74. All right. So let me roll a little something. Cool. So you find a collection of herbs. Horseradish, lavender, some dill, as well as some rosemary.
Nice.
Gonna be pretty good with grilling a la Redwall. Alice, what about you?
Yeah, I'll collect some herbs. See where that
All right.
goes.
All right, what was your perception check? Or what was your roll, actually? Sorry.
Okay, related to that. All right, so I have double proficiency, so I add add to this.
All right, Pulsar, thank you for the raid.
All right, let's do perception or do survival.
All right.
Did it go? Nope, didn't go. Okay. There we go. 12.
12. All right. And then go ahead and roll a d20.
D20. All right. 8.
8. Cool. So you find yourself some garlic.
Nice.
Nice.
I do have that little bonus natural explorer thing where I find twice as much as food. So
You sure
a
do.
lot of garlic.
2x.
Good.
Probably good for a couple feasts.
Yeah.
Or vampires. So yeah, not a problem. Very cool. So
Oh my god, are there vampire bats in this?
Oh,
you don't know.
that's why.
So is excursion complete as you set down to
Yeah.
rest, unless there's anything y'all wanted to do before we get to Norn Core's watch. Silence is golden. So Norn Core, why don't you give me a perception check?
We just find an empty suit of armor. Like, what happened?
Mine will be a 19.
19. Core?
Good.
A 2.
All right. You'll love to see it. Okay.
Do you? Because I haven't had a good roll in a
don't
very
see it,
long
you don't see
time.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Balance. 19s and 2s. Okay. What are you guys doing during your watch?
Nora's watching, which is why she got the 19. So she's paying
Cora
attention.
is, I'd imagine Cora is like just practicing using the quarterstaff, just twirling it around and like dropping it and like just not really paying that much attention. He's like, well, if someone attacks, I'll be ready.
Yeah. Okay. So Nora, after a while, as Core is fussing around. There is small rustling from the trees that sort of just grabs your attention. And you do see a set of red eyes. And then another set. And then a third. And a fourth. And then a fifth.
I'm going to yell, "Wake up!" And oh my,
as soon as you
flame
do,
the bush.
and you sort of move, and you glance back, and they're gone.
I'm still releasing the sacred flame into that bush.
Core drops the quarterstaff when Nora yells. Just,
Yeah, just like sacred
Yeah.
flame.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Is that a saving throw? Let me check.
Yeah, the Dex 12 saving throw for the bush.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, 60 feet, plenty of.
There's no way there's no way this is friendly.
All right.
This isn't how you friendly introduce yourself in the middle of the night at a fire.
That's probably fair. So yeah, that's a natural 15. Check something really
so
quick.
there were people in the bush.
But are there any in the hat?
I did not have their stats sheet up because I was not expecting a sacred flame to happen. Yeah, that's a 16.
They pass. Nothing happens.
Okay.
The bush is slightly singed.
Okay, cool. You love it. Yeah. So you just, and I don't think you've cast it before. What does it look like?
It's gonna be. I don't know. It's a blue fire that just like springs out of nowhere.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's just, and just rockets off into the night, into the woods, and
It has like a clamshell shape to it.
yeah, actually, where is? Okay, yeah, and just, and there's like initially like, it's like blue flame that ignites, and then just, and all sets of eyes are gone. The remainder of your watch goes without incident.
Did no one wake up to the yelling?
Good
Eyes
question.
in the bush!
Make a
Yeah.
perception check with disadvantage, everybody else.
All right.
To core. There were eyes in the bush. The red eyes were in the bush.
Yes, I'm sure there
that
were
was an-
eyes in the bush. Or
17.
you just wanted to bother me
All right.
while I was
Lynn,
practicing.
or Alice?
15.
15. Tamarisk?
23.
Yeah, everybody wakes up.
Just like bow. It's like
The
What?
little eyes were in the bush. Alice,
I didn't see anything.
Alice, there were
Yes.
little eyes in the bush.
great. That's
Okay, cool. Everybody go back to sleep then.
it's gonna be tough to go back to sleep. Honestly. But good job.
La, 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 la.
Amazing.
Alice,
Amazing.
should we
Saoirse's just
push?
gonna fly up to the top of the trees.
Sure, yeah. No problem. Landing.
She's gonna sleep up there.
Okay. Cool. Because your watch is.
I've got my bow out, and I look over at Alice. Are you freaked out, or are you just sort of chill?
No, this is bad.
Should we go and
There are
find them?
They're the sort of things that my father would tell me to make me behave. And he's encountered a few of them, and it's not pleasant what they do to people if they get the jump on. So, should take this as seriously as possible.
We should double up watches.
I think Shusha has a good idea of staying up in the trees. I think that might do the same. If you can.
But they are in the trees. We saw that before. That's not a good defensive position, especially if they are more natural climbers.
We don't like the water. We could just sleep in the water. Well, we could sleep in the water.
Yeah, I don't think that works for anyone else but us.
They can sleep in the boat, and we can sleep holding onto the boat, and then just float slowly home.
Well, they might think twice when they see the what you did, so maybe. But I wouldn't mind getting out of here, honestly.
Well, hopefully they won't come back then. It's fine. Go back to sleep. I'll yell again if they show back up.
Again, I didn't see anything.
So, Tamaris and Alice, you watch too?
Yes, I think Alice will risk being overly tired next day.
All right. Go ahead and make perception checks.
$16.
18.
16.
Anything that you wanted to do during your watch?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know, I'm probably going to be looking off in the direction that that Nor indicated that they were.
Mm-hmm.
And nervously sort of fingering the fletching of an arrow,
Sure.
just like anxiously, thinking about knocking it, and maybe like twirling it around once and just kind of like staring off into the woods.
All right. Alice, what about you?
I think Alice is just very kind of rigid and alert at this moment. Like, she's about as scared as she can be at this moment. So she's kind of like has the bow. Her back's to like the tree, like her bow is like she's holding it like with an arrow already ready to go if she needs to.
Are you close to Tamarisk?
You know what? That might be a good idea, because if I think maybe we're like,
Yeah, because you were going up in the
Looking in
trees
different
and Tamaris
directions.
was still at the camp.
I can be up in the same tree.
Okay.
Yeah, right above.
All right.
And are you visibly scared?
Yes.
That's more of an
she-
insight check. But
Yeah, if you want to make it that check. I think she's trying to like keep it together.
7.
It seems like it's less like she's doing a decent job of covering, like looking like vigilant and not necessarily like afraid.
Okay, so if we're in relative proximity to each other, I think I'll look up at you. You're maybe one rung above above Tamarisk, and I'll say, I don't know how you are managing being so calm. I don't know about you, but I'm freaked out of my wits.
Well, I mean, it keeps you alert. Can't be overconfident if you're a little on edge. But
This is not normal. I've spent a long time in the woods around, back where I came from, but it was never like this.
yeah, they are never this close. The heron, all this, it's too close. And I've never actually seen them. Like every time, like my dad would get an idea that they were in there, he would send me home, and he'd come back later, and we wouldn't talk about it.
Does he know how to handle them? Maybe when we get back to Redwall, we talk to him and maybe seek his counsel.
That's something we can do when we get back. When we get back. Yeah.
Let's just hope we make it back.
We'll make it back.
Okay. Especially probably pretty raw considering the last 2 nights have had 2 first watch interruptions.
Mm-hmm.
However, you're on second watch. And your watch goes without issue. On to the third. So Sarah,
Mhm.
if there's anything you guys want to do during your transition.
I will offer to Alice, as I mentioned, I think we should double up. And because it was my idea, I will stay up and take watch with Sersha.
To you.
Whatever's out there is more dangerous than I think the snake was, and we should have as many eyes out there as we can possibly spare.
I mean, that's a good idea. The more eyes alert today, we're close. We can afford to be a little tired going into Redwall tomorrow.
So, Sersha, would you prefer to be at the top of the trees some more, and maybe I will stay down here?
She'll come down so that she is maybe around the middle of the trees, just to keep a taller eye on everything, but be close enough that she can hear.
Okay, Alice, sleep well, and your courage has rubbed off.
She'll give you a little like shoulder punch and just kind of like smile.
Aww.
Like, good luck out there. Next time we do this, I'll take watch. And she'll head off to get more comfortable and kind of like put her hood over up and just kind of like lean against a tree.
Cool. All right. Perception checks, pretty please.
That's a nat 20 for 27.
That is a dirty 20.
What about during your watch proper, as things are ongoing? Quite alert. And Tamara, especially for you, it's been a while since you've been this
Been a
focused.
while.
Nice. Now, Tamara, where are you in relation? Are you still like right underneath the tree that Seisha's in?
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. And in relation to like where Alice and I talked, I'm probably a little bit comfortable with that. And did y'all hear that?
Oh, Lord have
Range
mercy.
into the forest.
Quietly in the distance, it
Just
just fall in the wind.
it man, does it track though? Like for real though. Amazing. Thank you so much.
So yeah, I meant that literally, that I think that like Alice has sort of imbued this tree with some of her optimism and strength, and so I'm probably going to use this as a bit of a home base.
Okay. Thank you, Zonks. Appreciate you. All right. Do not apologize.
Fine.
Do not apologize for that. It's beautiful. It is the gift that keeps on giving. So thank you so much. So, any
Saoirse's actually going
to
to be in the tree opposite of where Tamarisk is, just to make sure that they're watching each other's backs.
Okay.
I also, in the middle of our watch, as we're sort of, keeping our eyes out, I also want to do a vibe check on how Saoirse's feeling.
I love it so much.
Picking everybody.
But I don't want to make it very obvious. I sort of want to imbue myself with some of that courage, but I also want to
so glad you didn't roll high on that insight. Otherwise, it's like, oh shit, we're gonna die.
So yeah, give me another insight check, Tamarisk.
All right, this one's a little better. It's an 18.
18.
Nice.
So, how are we feeling, Saoirse?
Saoirse is really enjoying herself for the first time in a long time. Like, it's been a very long while since she's had people she felt like she could trust. And she's enjoying this.
Tamarisk, I don't know if that gives you comfort. I would imagine probably the opposite, but that is up to you how you process that information.
Yeah, I think seeing that Saoirse's kind of having a good time, and I don't know, you tell me, Crystal, how you interpret what does that mean from a physical standpoint? What is Saoirse's demeanor, her facial features?
She's very relaxed.
Yeah.
Like, she's just sitting there making a necklace out of the snake fangs.
Saoirse, you seem as though you're in your element. This is you're currently making jewelry. How are you so calm?
It's been a long time since I've had friends I thought I could trust. And being out here again, being able to hunt, being able to just be, it's a good feeling.
I don't know good feelings in these situations. They always end up with someone getting hurt or worse. It's curious to me that this is comforting to you.
I think with this group, I don't think any of us are going to get hurt. I think we've all got each other's backs.
What? That's beautiful. This is the second conversation I've had tonight that has given me optimism and hope. Maybe you're right.
I hope so.
All right.
So, right about here, as that conversation comes to a close, Saoirse, you feel that warmness just inside your chest hit. First time it was early this morning. Second time's right now. And as you're focused and alert, your vision goes dark. And for just a second, there's maybe a hint of switching from having a good time to panic. I'm going to give you a choice. I can describe what your grand's household looks like? Or you can.
I will.
The Crow's Pine Grove.
I will. It is a small place. It's about halfway up in a tree, but it's built from wood and pine needles and moss, and the inside is, it's small and it's cozy, and there's jars and containers everywhere of herbs and spices and just many different things. And then at the back there is an altar with an old skull of some distant relative, and there's candles and incense, and they're always burning. They never seem to go out. But everywhere else in the house, it's cozy and inviting.
First of all, taking inspiration, because that was fantastic. And a
Aw.
lot of that was kind of what I had in mind anyway, and you made it way better. So well done. As your vision clouds over and shunts forward, the temperature now a lot warmer and cozy as you see the visage of your gran. And she's similar to you, but where you have maybe a multitude of dark blues, she prefers a dark purple and a large gold like sash, and actually says gran in like really like almost like awkward weird cursive, and she goes, "My dear Sasha, just thought I would check in.
Gran,
I hope
so
that
good to see
wasn't
you.
too sudden."
No, not at all.
Good. How was your stay? Are they happy you're good war?
It's good. I think I found a group of people that I like.
Really? I must say, I wasn't expecting anything like that this quickly.
I wasn't either.
An edge to you is not just your talents, my dear. Well, are you hungry?
Always.
And there is, like, right in the middle of the room, the large fire in a large pot. What would your gran make you in like a large soup?
Oh. Probably, I think our favorite would be vole.
So she kind of stirs it up. Don't tell those Redwall folks, though. They wouldn't be
Never.
liking this level of ingredients, I don't believe.
No, probably not.
And she pours you a small, like a acorn bowl and hands it to you. Well, see, of course, you know me. I've bit of a worrywart, so I thought I would check in, but it seems you're doing just fine.
I am
Do you know when the last time
glad
there
to
was
see
people
you.
like us at Red Wolf?
I've heard it's been a long time.
Make a history check.
Sure. Nat 20.
So here's a whole page of things. What's the modifier?
History +2.
So 22. So the name General Ironbeak is what strikes a chord immediately. The problem is that General Ironbeak was not awesome. General Ironbeak thought he ruled Redwall Abbey back in the days of Matthias and Methuselah, which are the name of the two bells that stand at Redwall today. On top of the fact that there was actually not only him, but several crows, rooks, several persuasions of dark feathered birds all across the I almost said continent, but you get the idea. Like 3 or 4, but in the hundreds, and all of them were either slain or exited stage left. Luckily, some of them probably an ancestor or 5. But that was the last time, and that was thousands of seasons ago. And so what you're doing is quite important. So, don't get me wrong. Continue to be unadulteratedly and ridiculously you. For otherwise, what the hell is the point?
Great.
How's Ambrovina?
She's good. She's keeping an eye on me, as always.
Good. You know, we got in a bit of a spat many seasons ago.
You did.
Have to ask her about that scar on her shoulder sometime.
I'll do
Anyway.
that.
Well, that's about it. Unless you had anything for me. Don't worry, I won't try to abuse this privilege much.
Actually, she's gonna give her the necklace that she made.
Kind of reaches out. Oh, you've been busy.
Mhm.
She kind of
Yeah.
just shakes her head with a grin.
Yeah, between that and the heron.
She kind of
Yeah. It was near the abbey.
kind of waves a hand, and there's this azure blue sort of glyph that appears. I can't recall the last time that's happened.
Yeah.
Not since the days of Strike Red Kite, I believe. All at the same time.
Just
I'll look into this.
thank you.
Kind of just waves and gives you a kiss, and before you anything, but there is a now empty acorn bowl.
She'll kind of tip it back and just make sure there's nothing left in it and
Sure.
She'll put
bit
it
of a
in her
dribble.
bag.
Tamarisk, there is like a small like that hits the ground. And with that, I won't say your third watch ended without incident. Certainly a incident. Maybe not the one you expected. But you all have, with the exception of Tamarisk, received the benefits of a long rest.
Cool.
Though a little early, I feel like that's a good time for us to put pause on things. Because, oh boy, that was fun. Anywho, so once again, both Ryan and Zonks, thank you so much. We're at a 61%, so 8 away from nice, and a reveal of who will be joining us. By the way, all of them know, and I'm pretty confident they're pretty excited about it. So just saying. I mean, you could tell me, like, I don't like them at all. No.
Actually,
Hell
we
no. I'm not kidding.
Or
I'm
them.
kidding.
What the
they, her.
what?
We
What?
don't know who
Did
that
that
is.
just Brother Pat,
Actually, we just hit it.
stop it.
Wait, we just what?
We just hit it.
I didn't
Really?
I didn't hear
Yeah,
the Duval
I
bird
didn't
in
hear
the
Duval.
background.
Did you turn it off, Bill?
What?
I didn't hear the
Well,
Duval.
I didn't eat.
no, I turned down the volume a little bit.
Oh, that must have been
Aw.
why.
In my head canon,
Well.
there's just a bird, and Redwall just yells Duval, and every so often it's like flying in the background.
Yep. It's my self-insert NPC. Just a little like what bird would that be? A little kingfisher. Just like
Yes.
fun
Perfect.
fact, that's my Patronus. Even though fuck turfs. Anyway,
Yes.
so we will be
Welcome.
back shortly. Oh, but I gotta tell you who it is now.
Yeah.
I gotta get you guys gotta give me a drum roll though. Because it's pretty fucking cool. All
I mean,
right.
if we do, we're all different.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter. So, joining us as our guest number 2 is the Noir Enigma, who I am so
Hey,
fucking excited to have him join our ridiculousness. When the to steal a Jason Carl phrase, at a dramatically appropriate time.
Dramatically appropriate time.
Yeah, God, God, what a sexy man that is. Anyway, so thank you so much. Was not expecting that, Brother Pat. Like, you're so nice. I love you. Anywho, we'll be back, and I need to go add that to the thing now. So see you guys in a few minutes. audio.
And we're
Say my
we're
name,
back.
say my name.
No one is around you. Okay.
Oh, you
Anyway,
say that
welcome back,
yeah.
everyone. So we were just on break, so just in case you just popped in, to say hello here in our second half, as the goal covers my face temporarily. We are at officially 69% of our second and third, I guess, our last Kofi goal for this particular stream situation, which
Nice.
reveals who's going to be our second guest star for Eulalia 5e Redwall story, which is the Noir Enigma, who I'm really, really excited to once again play with, and who is just a gem of a human with, again, really cool hats, really, really likes karaoke, and is awesome. So, without further ado, let's jump back in. So, as the majority of you, with a long rest, set and ready to go, the other flip side of that is it's still dark. Because it is currently throughout that, because you were going to, if you recall, you were going to hit Redwall Abbey if you had continued at about 9 or 10 o'clock. So you're going to hit at probably sunrise now at this point, which is about 2.5 or 3 hours earlier than your original schedule. So not too shabby. That is, if you make it back. No. So yeah, as you all rise for the morning, evening, Tamara's still up and about. What's happening?
Did any of those monsters show up during anyone else's watches?
I swear they were there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm sure.
I believe you.
I mean, they probably were there. It's probably good enough that they didn't get brave enough where they made an appearance again.
See, I saved us.
Yes, you saved us by setting a bush on fire. Good job.
Helped keep us warm.
Well, Alice did say that perhaps that scared them away. Seems reasonable to me.
Agreed.
Well, either way, we should probably pack up and get to move on.
Oh, my sister.
Also agreed.
please. Just let me do it.
Do what?
Troll you.
Troll what?
Never mind.
What? Is there a bridge? Do we need to solve riddles? What are you talking about?
If there is a hell, then this might be very, very close.
I mean, there's many hells, but whatever.
How would you know this?
Saoirse just tilts her head.
You do know about the Hell Gates. The Dark Forest is supposed to be where the good guys go. But, all right. So, are we heading out via boat? Are we hoofing it from here? What's the play?
I think I'm done with the boat.
I think we just walk it at this point.
I think I'm good with
Might as well.
trailing it this way.
Are we able to drag all of the fish and snake with us?
Also, what do we do about the boat? Aren't we supposed to get it back
Right.
to Log somehow? Should we just bring the boat with us back to the village?
Are we gonna drag the boat?
It's full of the fish. Then we don't have to carry the fish if we drag the boat.
We're gonna drag the boat through the forest.
I mean, it's possible. It might take a little bit of time to. We don't have time. It's too dark.
Do we just leave it here with a note that says, "In case you find, please return to Log"?
That's probably not going to be the best option.
I think it might be best to just take the river.
I suppose that's the easiest.
DM
Yo,
question. The river doesn't. How far is it from the river to the town?
Oh, to Redwall Abbey?
Yeah.
About an hour's walk from here, or from where you would hit the
So
Abbey.
if we were to take the river back, how far is the river from the Abbey?
Oh, it's about an hour's walk. It's not far.
So we're about a 2-hour walk from the Abbey now.
A little longer because it's currently
Okay.
Math. Because I was just like, you'll get here at this time. And
So don't, like, cut
I'm
the time in
TPSing in my
half.
brain. So it's essentially like I'll put it this way, it's a difference of about 3.5, 4 hours between using the boat and utilize and walking from here.
We should just take the boat the rest of the way. It'll save us like 3 or 4 hours.
When we take the boat, we can leave it someplace that's a little
Sarah's
beyond the
right,
safeguard from the surrounding abbey. Get there.
Yeah. You were right. We should take the boat.
Agreed.
Tamris, you up to boating today? You think you got your rower's arms on?
I am confident I should be able to do it. After all, it's downstream.
I believe in you. Guidance.
That sounded incredibly confident. But you can do it. Probably. Most likely. Maybe.
I'm surrounded by optimism these days. It's a
We can do
rather
this. We can do this.
welcome change. All right, and Tamarisk, I guess, gets in the boat and grabs the oars.
Okay.
You're also guided.
Indeed. Is anyone assisting Tamarisk?
Saoirse's gonna grab the rope and pull it at least a little bit.
Tamarisk the sequel. I love it. All right, cool. So Tamarisk, make a strength check with advantage plus
Advantage.
1d4 guidance.
and guidance.
So I rolled 2 13s.
Lucky.
That's a 14.
Yep. Rogue's gonna rogue.
He's doing better than
14.
yesterday.
14 still. It's still a
That's an
14.
So
improvement.
much better.
That is an
Here's the-
improvement.
Here's the thing. The DC earlier was 10.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
Oh, what?
I kind of wish you didn't tell me that.
It was amazing.
Oh.
Wow.
But I tell you this because that is a success. Level 2, you know what I mean? Like, it's,
I
you know,
love it.
anywho. I could be kind once or twice a campaign. I have other things to torture you. Anyway,
God.
so there's this force beyond you, via Nor, that, and maybe even the frustration and even the exhaustion of being up all night, there's just this like underneath adrenaline of just get us the hell back. And you're able to making your way, as the kids say. So I would like
Pony?
I need to roll off, actually, because I need to see who's going to roll this d20. So Saoirse, Alice, Core, and Nor, roll a d20. And whoever's
That's
highest
funny.
is going to roll again.
7.
18.
You say 18?
18.
18. Ooh.
Wait.
Anybody beat that?
Nat
No.
20.
I can't roll anything
Damn.
in double
You can
digits.
have it.
So
Ooh, Saoirse's Sasha's feeling
I feel
good
like-
after
Hey,
hanging with
Prince, can you go
Gran.
get some dice?
Yo.
I might need to go to real dice because this is
Can you get some dice, please, sir?
terrible.
Terrible.
Oh no.
Charles Barkley reference. Never. That's a unique D&D bucket list moment. A Charles Barkley reference. All right, Sasha, go ahead and roll another d20 for me.
All right. That is a 14.
14. Okay. So, fortunately, with a 14, the weather is still temperate. A slight wind that actually sort of pushes you all forward. And for the purposes of all of that, you do arrive without incident back towards and you even with your hour walk here back to the back end of Redwall Abbey. Let me switch you guys over to the map here because you are all at the back end at the east gate, which you can see in roll 20 is up, which is funny because that's actually where Alice, where you got caught. So this is a familiar, almost deja vu situation for you.
Jacob, do you want me to switch over to the roll 20?
Nah, it's just
Okay, cool.
Well, let's do it for a second, just for folks to see, because I don't know if we've shown the folks at home the Redwall Abbey map before. So yeah, we can show there. Why not? Thanks, Bill. So, as I'm assuming you all approach the east gate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big, large wooden double doors. It is fairly quiet. There is sort of a few kind of leftover like torch sconces on the upper walls, but eventually there's a kind of a dark figure that kind of comes into the actual torchlight and sort of you've been back, see, and kind of takes the hood down as oh my god, what did I where did he go? Oh, did I not add him? Where'd my mole buddy go? Damn. All right. Well, I have his name written down somewhere. And just looks at all of you, kind of yells that, and then as the doors begin to open. It kind of comes down the large steps.
Did we bring the boat back with us?
Yes.
Good question.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So it's you're all probably pretty dirty and it's not fun. It kind of takes a digging claw and just like.
Saoirse's just gonna cast prestidigitation on herself.
Fair enough. I'm seeing you brought in things. Many things.
And we did. We brought back so much and more. She'll motion at the snake.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow.
Food is food, right?
Extra credit?
We brought fish for the feast.
All right.
Snake attacked us,
come
so
through. Yep, come on in. And you kind of pass through the orchard, and there is in Timurisk, aside from the gatehouse on the side, when you arrived initially, everything was quiet and dark. But there is what appears to be torchlight coming from the window of Great Hall. And all of you would notice this as well.
Okay, as we pass by this mole guard, I would like to just give him a heads up. While we were out there, it seemed as though there was a lot more dangerous activity than we may have expected. And in fact, there were these dark furred creatures with red eyes that seemed to disappear very quickly. But just keep your eyes out.
The itty bitty tree rats, the painted ones.
The painted ones.
Yeah.
They won't come near here though.
Wasn't just them though.
Hmm?
Between that snake and the blue heron.
Yes, a bird tried to ingest us.
Seems
It was pretty near the abbey.
Seems eventful. I will let Father Abbott know. It's almost sunrise, so should be up soon. He likes to get his morning walks in.
Of course he does.
Oh, okay. Good night. Door closes behind you. Where you all headed?
Saoirse's going to bed.
Dragging the boat back to the kitchen.
Yeah, let's take this thing
Okay.
where it needs to go.
So, yeah, kitchen's attached to, I believe, Cavern Hole, if my memory's right. And so it's a display. And after there's a bit of noise considering you are obliterating the lawn. And is anyone else with Nor when this is happening? I know Saoirse's
It's a
going to bed.
small two-person boat. It shouldn't be causing that much drama.
Alice.
Yeah, I think Core would help with dragging the boat.
Okay.
This is a
because-
boat.
Core would probably be able to really just kind of like pick this thing up for like half of it, but he's not.
Been a long walk. You're like,
Damn.
I don't carry the thing.
The armor's
Oh,
heavy. I need to
Hey.
clean this up. This is more important to me because I got to be regal in my regiments and such.
Yeah, gotta represent. Yeah. All right. What about you, Alice?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep just accompany Nor to the help bring the meat to the kitchen and the herbs, and herbs,
All
that
right.
stuff.
Great. So you eventually are greeted by Brother Braxton, who is in his fresh set
Oh,
of Chef Whites with a, even though his quills still pierce the back, and his chef's hat as well. And he, as you kind of come around down into Cavern Hole and head towards the kitchen, it is a lot cleaner. Damn it, Prince! It's a lot cleaner than when you last left it. God, kind of. And he's like, well. That's quite the surplus.
Fish for the feast.
Oh yeah, no, of course. Your dad and your dad let me know you were coming. I was actually expecting you a few hours later. I was kind of hurrying up some prep a little bit.
we are efficient.
Great. Now, as far as that large snake carcass goes, don't really have anything planned for that.
But we have a whole bunch of this. This might help if she'll take the big bag of like herbs and garlic. This could spice it up a little bit. I know it's not to everyone's taste, but I'm pretty sure there's someone that enjoy the
gamey, yeah.
yeah
I
a
would
little bit.
assume. It's cartilage. What the hell am I supposed to do with the?
Actually, snake meat is really good.
Of course you would fucking know
How could I
that.
know that?
Chris was like, I've done my research actually, and
Duval, you live in the South? You live in
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
I
There's
eat
that-
gator, not snake. April, you've lived
Oh,
here
gator is
before.
so good.
Okay. And I
Gator is
know
so good.
I know the
Oh my
jerky
God.
stores in Jacksonville. There
Yeah,
is
you're
snake
not
jerky
wrong.
in a
There's
jerky
snake
store.
jerky.
Like I
There
don't
it
even.
is.
Yeah, you're wrong.
There
You're
is.
not wrong.
Floridians
Because as soon
love
as you start
jerky
getting
and
south,
weird
you can find
animals.
all kinds of weird
Yep,
jerky.
We're going freeze dry all the things. That's true. Well, maybe it might work as a secondary crispy cheese and onion hog bake snake style.
You put it in a stew, everything works in a stew.
Well, that's
True.
boring. And I'm a chef of the highest caliber.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we can
Okay,
use the
well,
access.
chef of the highest caliber, I have a question for you. Where is
Great.
the knee?
What knee?
Snake meat.
Chutney, of course.
Chutney. Yeah, we've got a few of those. Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. But
Core just
since
walks
you
away.
asked- nope. As you do, since you had a question, I have a question for you. Do you want to help?
Cook?
Yeah,
Do you want my help is a better question.
the jury is out. But I thought, considering your snake opinions, you might want to assist in the matter. Get your hands even more dirty than they are. I probably should have had you clean yourself out before you came in. Anyway, sorry.
I mean, I am, this word seems to come to me, but I don't know where it comes from. #blessed. So I think I can help.
All right. He kind of points to the tapestry. Is that what you mean? All right. Cool. Great. This should go very, very well. What about the rest of you?
Do you really want me around a lot of sharp objects for a long period of time?
Same answer. Jury's
No,
out.
you don't. No, it's a terrible idea.
Okay. All right. Cool. Which means it's either going to be really awful or really great. The fact is I'm pretty optimistic. You can always script off the burnt stuff. Nobody really cares.
Let's get cooking. And Norlag just starts like juggling potatoes.
Okay.
You know what? If it gets me good points, sure, why not?
All right. Don't tell your dad. We're gonna get started on the shrimp and hot root soup before him. Cause I don't know.
I'll see good.
You know what we need to do one day? Not today, but because obviously feast first, everything else second. Maybe we need to have a bit of a shrimp and hot root soup off between me and your old dad someday.
Oh, I can see
I
that.
particularly think that mine is superior, if I'm being honest.
If I'm being honest, he would trounce you and step over your corpse.
You know,
Appreciate that.
Wow.
I respect that.
I mean, Nor. Am I right
Huh?
or am I right? Oh, wow.
Nor was like messing with something, like drops a
Cutting
pan on the
some-
ground,
yeah.
it just clatters.
Sorry.
There's like two
Yeah.
knives on the floor now.
Yep, for sure.
Where did you even find a knife that quick?
In the potatoes.
And you, as you're all having this conversation, you hear a door on the opposite end of Cavern Hole open, and you see Father Abbot Costello Clayton. Thank you, Bill. And Bravina, as well as a collection of other not quite staff, but likely sort of some mice, some squirrels. Actually, two large rats as well, all kind of wearing habits. Seemingly, their demeanor is unexpectedly not dark, but there is an air of concern. Abbott Clayton, as you like, if anyone kind of makes eye contact, kind of just gives you a smile, and then they all begin to walk out the door.
Not exactly the most festive air around here. Is there something happening?
Oh, I'm not trying to get all y'all's in trouble, but I think there was some sort of emergency meeting.
Wait, why would we be in trouble?
Because you probably shouldn't. I should have told you that. Chop, 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 chop.
Didn't hear a thing.
That's right. Chop, 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 chop. So yeah. Anyway, anything y'all are doing aside from cooking before you head to bed?
I
Cameras?
think I was gonna take this moment like next to Nora. It's like, all right, I didn't forget. So what's the plan for the Tamarisk and the infirmary girl?
Oh, well,
Yes, I've been waiting for that all night.
I think the best way. Do you think he went to go see her before we came back?
Well, I think he'd have to, clean up first. So maybe
That's
not
true.
yet.
So we should make sure there's at least sitting next to each other at the feast.
Of course. I mean, I do have my friends too, so we can, maneuver it in such a way.
Yes, we'll make sure they're sitting next to each other at the feast, and make sure that they have to talk to each other. And what's other things?
Cross.
We'll make sure there's a bottle of wine between
Yes.
them.
The thing we do is you put people that they don't know next to each other. So they have no choice but to talk to each other.
Oh, let's put people that they don't really like, and then they really have to talk to each other. And then they could, if they don't like the other people around them, they could just
Bond through adversity, yes.
yes. What else? What else do we need? Flowers. We need to make sure there are flowers at their
Flowers,
table.
Yes.
I think
Music. We can tell one of the musicians. Yes.
Okay, we have wine.
I have some
flowers, music.
I have
food.
some good blackberries that I can maybe bribe one of the musicians to, do a little serenade, that sort of thing.
We could do that.
You like that, right?
Yes.
I like that.
Is this within earshot of Brother Braxton?
If you want.
I don't think we're very subtle about
I don't
this,
think so.
right?
We're just kind of like
he's just continuing sort of a classic mise en place type situation, and you know the southward troupe of musicians is coming into town.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, they should be here around a couple hours before the feast.
And they have the most amazing musicians. Everyone has heard of
Do
them.
they? Oh.
We've all heard of them before as the most
He,
famous musicians.
He connects the dots. He's like, oh, sure, you're right.
Right.
Chop, 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 chop. Like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Y'all keep planning. I'm just gonna here, Core, hold this. Like hands.
Okay,
like,
out of
close.
curiosity, how are your cakes? Have you built any big ones, tall ones
Impressive.
before?
I mean,
Some as big as your head.
damn it, you beat me to it. I was gonna lead into it. No, I was gonna hold it for a minute. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I mean, if we're gonna make some custom changes, now would be the time. So, plan was to have this beautiful, large, like tower cake with candied chestnuts and strawberries, and then on top, you ready? Apple and mint ice cream.
Ooh.
I know, I'm a genius.
Nora's gonna get very close to him. Anything you need, I will go to the ends of the earth to make sure you have the best ingredients.
I think you've done just fine already.
Okay, good.
But if you don't mind, I'm gonna hold on to that little favor for some other time.
Okay.
I'm writing that down because that sounds amazing and I need to know if it exists.
We need to make this a real thing. So yes, Nora leaned back. Okay.
I told
so,
y'all, I've been working on this Redwall feast my entire goddamn life.
Now in the merch store.
giant cakes.
You can get the Redwall cookbook from Brian Jakes and the redwall.org, or you can get Jacob's brand new cookbook that he's going to make up now on the phone.
I just want the apple and mint ice cream because
Yo.
that sounds
Mhm.
fucking
Mhm.
amazing.
Oh.
Duval.
Yo, yes.
We're calling Catherine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Where do you think I got grilling a la Redwall from?
Okay, sorry.
Totally fine.
I'm focused on
Totally
one
fine.
thing only, and that's to get that cake real.
It's
Okay, so we have cake, we have flowers, we have music. We have the most romantic situation ever, which is a Redwall feast.
Yes.
It just dawned on me that this is a date.
Yes.
Well, it's not so much a date as a what do they call
Introduction
it?
to open up a date.
Well,
Yes.
no, it's I think a chill. I don't. Is that the right word? A hang.
It's actually quite temperate, actually, outside.
Wait, who's getting hung? That's a bad way to put someone.
Oh, maybe
No,
no one's
no,
getting
I don't-
hung. It's-
No one's. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that.
There's another thing like I really don't. It's
Another.
not. It's not.
There's a TV show.
There's a television show for children. No.
I remember.
As someone
Hung.
asked me at PAX U, is this a family friendly? I go, oh, honey, no. Boo-boo. Oh, no. No, this is no. not us. Mm-mm. Maybe next time. Anyway.
Well, I think we have everything set up to have the perfect experience for Tamarisk and the nurse.
Yes.
If they don't love each other at the end of this,
Then we have failed. We have utterly failed.
failed all our missions, and we must just give up. Just give up. This will be
You mean
fine.
you mean Alicia?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, what?
What?
Chop.
That expression means something.
Chop.
Wait, what do you know about
Chop.
Alicia?
Chop. Oh, no. No.
Don't.
Come, please. You
We
can't
brought
just leave
all
us
this
hanging like
fish.
this.
I shouldn't.
If
no.
this-
I will
is
try
relevant-
to
Yes, you
persuade if
should.
need be.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a
relevant.
persuasion check.
Tell us.
Yeah. That was the
Guidance. I
time.
guide you.
I stare at him.
Excellent.
I would like a
excellent.
persuasion check for gossip purposes.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go.
Look, I got charm person prepared. We're getting this
You
dirt.
said, the guidance. Let's see.
Oh no, I shouldn't have leveled them up.
I'm oddly persuasive.
19.
19. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I had to stop rolling them digital dice. That was evil.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even that good. I rolled a 13 on one die.
Oh, you got a good persuasion.
So we have a bit of a history.
Do you know?
What
Yeah.
does that mean?
Oh well, I will say kudos because I definitely didn't have you lot to try to set up a date and things. Anyway, it didn't
work out.
It didn't work out. But look, I'm rooting for you and your friends.
Well, just remember, my friend, it's not the size of the fish, but the motion in the ocean. At least that's what my mom always told me.
Yep, it takes a butcher to like a tail, the fish, and the head, and like quickly fillets one, and begins to prep that. Yep, totally. But in my defense, it was a few years back.
So she is for sure single now then.
Yeah.
Perfect. I
That-
would have
boy, that
hated
would've
to
been
try to
awkward, huh?
plan a breakup during all this as well.
That's
The chopping stops.
No,
a little
really,
easier to manage.
That was not Never mind. You have knives.
So we probably just gossip about that while the rest of the
Yeah.
time we're
Yeah,
cooking.
I think that's
There's a
perfect.
lot less actual like prepping happening, a lot more like
Actually,
planning.
Yeah, like
Core is actually doing real prep.
Yeah,
I even rolled on this. I rolled a 16.
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
modifiers we add, but Core's or is actually trying to cook.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was going to use nature or survival on this, and well, survival mostly.
And that
So it's just
would be
a prep
18
perspective. Yeah, see, there you go. You didn't even need it. Anyway, Tamarisk, what about you? What are you up to? Nothing's happening or being planned about you. So what's going down before you retire, if you do it?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that Tamarisk wants to do inside of the kitchen.
Sure.
That's not his jam. I think he would like to go and find Alyssa.
Well, Nora was right. So, what do you head to first? The dorms or the infirmary? Or elsewhere?
I would assume the first place he would go is the infirmary.
Okay. Roll a D percentile for me. Excuse me. Oh, while you're doing that, Waffles Maple Syrup, thank you for the raid. Really appreciate it. If you're new here, welcome to Eulalia 5-year Redwall story. We're cooking and planning dates and feasts and stuff. Usual Redwall things.
So that's a 32.
Cool. So, the door to the infirmary is locked. But as you do, you hear a set of footsteps. Have you hurt yourself already? As Alicia walks up the steps.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Alyssa. Yeah, Alicia. No, I haven't. I don't know anything about Redwall, and I wanted to actually find some sort of library. I need to do a bit of research.
You wanted to do a bit of research at 5:30 in the morning.
It's pressing.
Well, it's not exactly like anyone's lining up to the infirmary now, is it?
No, but I'm glad to have met you here.
Kind of grabs and forcefully grabs your arm. Come on, you bloke, and takes you and leads you downstairs and leads you to a few small corridors, cut to the left, and you eventually make your way to exactly what you're looking for. And you sort of head up a set of stairs, and then up a third, and it is a absolutely overwhelming set of tomes, hundreds of thousands, and of all tome shapes and sizes. And now, between us, it's not exactly open just yet, but it's fine. I'll talk to Brother Quelt later if he decides to make his way in before opening. Not that there's an opening or a closing, just when people typically come in, i.e. not now. So, but the floor, as they say, is yours, my dear Tamarisk.
Thank you, Alicia. I will be quiet, to be sure. Is there a way to... And I kind of turn around and look at just the vast amount of information here. Is there a way to, I don't know, understand the organization. Is there a Dewey Decimal System or something along those lines?
Oh. That just like, why do you gotta hurt me like that, Bill? No, I love you. Well, that would be a wonderful question to ask the librarian, now wouldn't it?
Okay, fine. So in that case, I'm gonna look for one thing.
Gives you a week. She's
first.
like not upset at all. What's your passive insight actually?
Not great. It's a 13.
13. She's fascinated by your, what's the term? The way you stack rank like things of importance to you. I.e., I have to walk outside. Meanwhile, by the way, this wound, I might die or get infected, and then a day and a half later, 5:30 in the morning, we must go to the library. So she's like really amused and like fascinated by you, and you definitely get that sense that she's just like, this is a weird situation. And then her eyes kind of like purse for a second, and she points at your ears. Well, isn't that new?
Shit. I totally forgot. And you can see he's kind of like clumsily stuffing his ears back in and putting the thing back up.
No,
and
why would you do that? No. You don't have to tell me. It's all right.
I'm running from something. Well, maybe towards something. I'm running. And I want to sort of use the awkwardness of the moment to look inside of the library to see if there is a map. Sometimes in libraries they have like a globe or some large sort of map.
Make a perception check.
$16.
16.
Nice.
I'm assuming a map of Mossflower Wood.
Of the continent of Eulalia.
Definitely gonna have to bring you in on the world building a little earlier.
I know I said that purposefully
I know.
wrong. But
No, of
yes.
course. No, of course. Glad that we can continue the Abbott Costello vibe 3 episodes. I need it in my life. Anyway, so what are you looking for? Start there.
I mean, I want to get a geographical understanding of where South Sword is.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That would be a map of Mossflower Wood. Yeah, it is. I have a tab open here. So, actually, I'll drop it. I really should have added it to Roll20 here, but I'll do that another time. So if you look at the Zoom here, and for the folks at home, I'll drop it there as well. So right near the mill is, of course, our beautiful home, Redwall Abbey. And if you cut all the way south, no surprise, is Southward, and near the top, Castle Fleuret.
I would like to Is she gonna hang out with me, or is she sort of like, you're now in the library, bye bye?
So it's a good question. She did make her way like as you sort of begin to look around. She did make her way to the door, and it is two like really large oak, like kind of reddish oak doors, and with handles, and sort of opens one. Well, I need to go get ready to open. So, if you get a paper cut for 5, you know where to find me.
Where do I find information about South Sword? I need to know as much as possible.
Do you remember what I said a little earlier?
About the paper cuts? Yes, I promise I will come.
She's like grinning ear to ear.
The part about, oh yes.
Yeah, that's a good lad.
What time does brother sell them? Did you say?
What did I say? Da, 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 da. Where did he go? Where did he go? Hold on. Of course, I closed the tab that I needed. No, I didn't actually. Hold on. Where did I go? Yes, Brother Quelt. QUELT.
What time does Brother Quelt get in?
Well, likely shortly after breakfast, so probably about 10 o'clock.
In that case, are you interested in grabbing a bite?
Make a persuasion check.
That was specifically for April and Lynn.
Somewhere I'm just casting guidance for no reason.
Yeah, just feeling it, just in your bones.
You might be within range.
And that, my friends, is a nat 20
Shut
plus
the
3.
fuck up. What? Are you serious? Take a picture
We are the
of
best
that.
at this.
Not that I don't believe you, but like, holy fucking shit. Are you serious?
It's in the D&D Beyond logs.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
like you can see it.
Wow. Wow.
20 plus 3.
20 plus 3. Holy shit. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
Well, I did say that no one's exactly in line with injuries. Meet you at Cavern Hall. Whatever you're done with all of whatever this is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the map and just, I don't know. I don't think Tamarisk has a journal, but I think he's starting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's starting one now, and he just kind of pulls out some random sheets of paper from his bag, and just kind of jots down general directions. South.
I've been waiting for that to like connect for about 2 minutes. Amazing. Well done. Okay, and she leaves. How long are you in the library?
Probably not long. I would say all in total, maybe 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes at max. And because I think he probably wants to just get a glance to see if he could find any information about South Sword, but, you know, not expecting to. And
okay.
Yeah.
So after a few minutes, and most of the information that you sort of gather, it takes a while, but eventually you sort of gather a few tomes, and there is there's a list of stuff that I'll send you a little later, but it starts to talk about Joseph the Bellmaker and Mariel, the hero of Redwall, and it starts to talk about this like large gnarled rope that she uses as a primary weapon. And then it starts to talk about the Joseph Bell being slammed onto Clooney the Scourge, defeating him, killing him, and then how the remainder wraps and becomes Matthias and Methuselah Bell. That will ring in about an hour or two. As well as there's a kind of footnote of there hasn't been contact, really. They sort of an independent. Oh, well, what can you do? Spoilers for the first book that came out in 1986. Anywho, not just saying.
Which I'm in the middle of reading right now, and I'm sort of like, oh no!
The villain dies, Bill. So I don't know what to tell you. He lives to see another day. Anywho, so I sincerely I do apologize because it is a really fucking good book. Anyway, this is funny because I definitely had mentioned this before to April. It's okay. I'm just giving you shit. So what else? Oh, that there has not been contact with Redwall Abbey in essentially since that time. But the belief was that everything's fine, just operating as a separate entity, nothing alarming. And there's been sort of letters passed back and forth, sort of as a check-in perspective, but not any in a while. Probably at least a dozen seasons or so.
Okay, good enough. Yeah, I think at that point he'll go back to the to breakfast.
Okay. Last thing, anything in specific that you were looking for in regards to that history that didn't? Okay, cool. So, anything else from anybody before morning comes?
I have just a quick question. How long is a season?
Season is about, in our terms, about 3 months. Okay. So you can sort of, so in Redwall canon, if you will, there is no mention of years ever. It's just season. So 4 seasons, obviously spring, summer, fall, winter. And they are named accordingly, so that there isn't like so there is a history from that perspective. So it isn't like a 2021 or whatever.
Okay.
Cool. So, so you all wrapped up for now. Now, really, with the exception of Tamarisk, you don't really need any rest. You're up for the day. You can certainly choose to nap if you would like to. No big deal from that perspective. So, obviously, Tamarisk is going to breakfast. Is anyone else?
Yes, sir. She'll get up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. There's no additional reason other than food, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and there is still that sense of general merriment, and as the familiar smells of breakfast enter your nostrils via Cavern Hole, as the preparations for the feast later in the afternoon continue to beckon, and as usual, hundreds of folks coming in and out. Anything? One in particular thing to note is as you're sitting down for breakfast, there's a tap on your shoulder, Nor.
Huh? Hello?
And you spin around. It's the mouse that kind of by accident said the words "food fight," which exploded essentially everything into what ended up happening. Hey, so can we talk about the other day just a sec? Because I feel like that got away from me a little bit because I wasn't really I'd heard about food fights, but I wasn't expecting to be a participant in one.
Well, now you have been in one, and so now you can tell people that you've been in one as well as knowing about them.
Right, but I didn't exactly like it.
Well, then I would not get involved in another one again.
But it wasn't even my fault.
I did that. I don't.
Here's
Did
the
anyone
thing, I'm not
blame
saying
you
it's
for
your
it?
fault. No, but I got a few stares because
Just
you.
blame me for it. It's fine. Everyone tends to blame. And Abbott. Oh, now I just want to call him Abbott Costello. I know that's not his name.
Amazing.
But the Abbott already punished us for it, so I don't really know what else you want from me except to tell you just don't get in them again.
And there's another voice that comes from behind you. Says, "Really good to blame that one. What persuasion is butter an otter?
Oh
As
shit,
well?
butter. Where did we make butter?
Who's butter?
Backstory.
The backstory that you helped write. Butter.
If you don't know, I can take it.
He's
but
your rival.
Oh, then
He's your
He-
he's the
he-
he's your town rival.
you just said he. So
yeah, but the question really was:
What?
Are they a fellow otter or?
oh yeah. No, they're otter.
So
Sorry.
it's totally fine. That's why I ask questions.
I don't remember names all that well, so
It's
you got
totally
to
cool.
remind me.
Nope,
It's
totally
cool.
fine.
I also had to
When
look
you
it
said
up real
rival,
quick.
I was like, oh, okay. I
Yeah,
know where
actually,
we
you're
are now.
Gary, and is wearing a long green and blue pants with are attached by a long green and red patched sash over his left shoulder. No, are you seated at this table as well?
Core.
Cora? Sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
I need to make that a meme. That's twice. That's twice now. Anyway, morning.
The first thing he said though was that you're right to blame that one, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, at least people remember who I am. And Nora's gonna turn around back to her food.
And they kind of makes eye contact with you, Core, and he's got this brownish fur, kind of very light, almost to the point of the difference between yellowish and brown. And takes a small comb and just.
Good day, old friend.
Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Day, yes, the sun is up. That is a new one.
That's not what I was. All right. Mm.
It helps to have a team, and well, you probably could never have a team. But I wish you the best in making friends.
Oh, don't tease the boy. You know he can't do that.
But I mean it this time. I'm turning over a new leaf or what have you.
Really? Really?
Sure, you're not worth my time.
It's like you punched him in the gut. He viscerally reacts to that. All right. Remember that next time me and Tor go toe to toe. We'll be able to save him next time.
It would be best if you stay away from my family.
There won't be a next time.
Oh. There will be.
Did you not hear? Core's been blessed.
What does that even mean?
Means he's more important than you are.
What does that even... What is this, a double fork? What are you talking about? Oh.
Yes, you're not very quick on the
Pause off.
uptake.
Mid-sentence, he's gone. And kind of as he leaves, Jackalope, your father, walks in, kind of gives him a look, and Jackalope's a good foot taller, and good. Glad he's in town. By the way, congratulations. Well done. Amazing job.
Thank you, Father.
Wow. That's about quadruple the fish I was asking for. But
And the snake. Did you see the snake?
no, I didn't get the chance.
It almost ate Cole.
It's right. Well, you're looking in ship shape.
I wouldn't say that I was almost eaten, just squeezed a bit.
You've been telling everyone that you've been almost eaten, and now you
One
said
of them constricted ones.
It was the bird that almost ate me.
Oh yeah, the bird
There was
also
a
almost
bird.
ate you. There was a big blue bird, and then the big snake. There's a lot of giant animals been trying to eat you.
And I'm so large, it doesn't make sense. I would be the target to not try to eat.
You would think you would try to eat one of us. We're
I could
smaller and not-
literally just like bust through one of these things' stomachs or what have you.
But my lovely son, you are very shiny.
Yes, I had to clean this armor. It's not where I want it to.
Kind of
I'm trying.
right. Right. And he'll sit down and ask to regale you with to be regaled with your tale of your adventure. Alice, are you headed to breakfast or are you headed elsewhere? You're Ed. Muted bingo.
I mean, she
everybody.
probably would because like she hasn't necessarily eaten. And you know what? Kitchen is it's right there. Why not?
Yeah, sure. And your dad will give you a big hug. Oh, I missed you.
Oh, I've always been gone for a few days.
It was forever.
Oh,
I talked to Jackalope and I was just like, okay, she's not back by this, she's dead. And I'm going to kill like 5 things.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the sentiment. Oh, I missed you too.
Oh, okay. And then like finally like let's
Just
go.
so I think she's like under her. It's like, oh no, much she's nothing around everyone else. It's embarrassing.
You recognize that that's the point. She's mine. My daughter. Super brave.
She like hides a little bit under her tail a little bit. Like she just kind of puts the tail. I was like, oh my god.
Let me help with you. Kind of like adds his tail to yours.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it seems you were quite successful. Anything to report?
Yeah. Which is a little less eventful. There are strange things out there.
Really?
We got attacked by a heron. Actually, not that far out past the abbey. Like quite closer than I've seen any large birds. While you're out, did you notice anything strange that would account for that at all?
What's your passive insight?
Passive insight is 12.
Okay. He says no, like sharply. But there was like right at the end, there was like a hint of hesitation.
What is it? I'm not a little kid anymore. It's like you can't keep hiding things from me if I go out in the forest.
No, that's true.
I mean, it was hard enough out there. We saw some painted ones out there. Thank goodness we were attacked.
Oh, yeah, that's buried the lead. That would have been the first thing I would have started with. All right, look, and kind of like grabs you on like by the shoulders. Something is amiss. And the only reason why I'm not forthright is I just don't know.
When you say amiss, what kind of things are we talking about?
Come here. And kind of takes you and like off to the side, kind of up the stairs to Great Hall, where a few folks are kind of setting places for tonight. While you were gone, we received a few of these, and hands you ignore. Hands you a piece of parchment. And it's in this long red handwriting, and it says, "We are the unwanted. We are united, and your red sandstone walls are coming down." So, as you can see, I'm not kind of like takes it from you, and like it's in his hand still, like this. I'm not exactly trying to hide things. We're just trying to figure out what this means.
I mean, obviously it's not good, whatever it is. Who are they? Do you know any idea?
No idea. Who's not wanted? Like, it's literally in the credo of the Abbey. Like, everyone's, and he realizes that he like went up an octave, and like there's a few folks that are like, what's going on over there? Anyway. So we're just gonna do the feast like we always do. Not to cause any alarms. Just maybe keep an eye on the Dibbins, like about 3x more than we normally would. They're gonna be rambunctious and ridiculous anyway. Fun fact, a few of them really upset that the snow melted, because apparently, according to the Dibbins against bedtime, they were going to plan a snowball fight, and now that can't happen. And there's a whole thing. Anyway, that's small time in comparison to what we. There's a lot of speculation. We don't know. We're not sure, so we're just trying to figure it out.
Who else knows? Who else has any idea what the heck all this is?
Kind of looks around. There was a meeting this morning. We're going to get through the feast, and then we're going to figure it out. Getting through the feast sounds awful. We're going to have the feast. It's going to be a great time. The folks from Southward are supposed to be coming in. Should be a bunch of weird South ditties. I don't know. Not my cup of tea, but all right.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to worry about things for a little while after coming back, but
well,
are you sure it's sure it's not someone trying to pull some awful prank?
Oh man, if that was the case, I could sleep tomorrow and tonight.
Like, is there anything that we can like?
Just keep an eye. Just keep a sharp eye out. Watch the walls. Be careful.
I'll do it. I don't like the waiting for things to happen. The unsureness.
Well, last time you didn't wait, apparently your friend almost got eaten by a snake, so...
Wasn't as much eaten as squeezed. Said a lot of things.
Let's be honest. Step 1, squeeze. Step 2, eat.
Didn't get to step 2. Didn't even get close to step 2.
Good. All right. people are gonna start staring if we. So we're just gonna.
All right. Well, try and have fun at the feast.
All right. Okay. Kind of gives you a quick pat
Yeah.
on the cheek.
And
And,
she'll sit down with.
Okay. Saoirse.
Yes.
Are you heading down to the breakfast as well?
Yeah. She's gonna go down and get just some fruit or something.
Okay.
And sit down and take out her bag, and she's gonna eat the rest of the herring meat.
Before you head downstairs,
Okay.
there's a note on your door. Says out for a walk. Be back soon. Don't wait for breakfast. Embravina.
Oh. Bit concerning, but all right.
So head downstairs and joining the remainder. Breakfast goes without much issue. Maybe for some of you, a bit tense. Before that, actually, I forgot about one thing because there's a thing that needs to happen. So, Tamarisk, as your breakfast begins, because I almost forgot to talk about you. So, well, did you find what you were looking for?
Not really, but I'm not exactly sure where to be looking. After breakfast, I'll go back and ask the librarian, Brother Quill, to help me.
All right. This has been around the block for a long time. So, I believe. I forgot an accent for a second. Rough and gruff. Anyway, well, what's on your mind?
So I suppose I've found a group of friends that's. We have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? We work well together. But we don't have somebody with your particular set of skills. Why don't you? Would you consider joining us?
For the feast?
No, I was thinking more about getting outside of Redwall and, seeking adventure, righting wrongs.
It's not really my style. Though I appreciate the vote of confidence. It's not really someone to watch the infirmary while I'd be gone.
Sure, fair enough. Well, to be honest, you ask what's on my mind, and I am worried. There's something brewing. Dangers that many people have said that are not common outside of Redwall Abbey. And whatever is coming is going to require some heroic feats.
She kind of sits back, clearly concerned. Why? Everything's been right his range for since before my great grand. So what's changed?
When
Does this have anything to
When was
do with
the
you? And kind of like points to your side.
No. But when was the last time you went outside the walls?
Side of a walk? Around the path? Never. Born here?
I've spent a good while outside of the walls. In fact, my whole life up until a day or two ago. And in fact, some of the other members of my friends, and he kind of uses the word friends, like it trips out of his mouth. And he says, have also noticed there's danger afoot. Creatures that should not be attacking. Small, red, beady-eyed creatures disappearing and attacking. There's
the painting ones?
many...
You know about them. As long as you stay within their as long as they typically stay within their territory.
As far as I know, the dangers of animals attacking us has increased significantly recently.
She kind of processes that. Doesn't really say anything for a beat or two. All right.
And do you know what is happening with Abbot Clayton? Because I'm assuming I also saw him come through in some sort of like hurry and all.
Yep.
Yeah. It seems as though he had, a rather important meeting to go to, or some ritual he was trying to attend. Or do you know what's happening there? And maybe it's connected.
There's a long pause. I don't think we should talk about that right now.
I disagree.
No, you misunderstand. I'm more referring to...
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, and Tamarisk reaches down and grabs a lemon pastry and kind of breaks it in half and hands one to Alicia and then grabs the other and then starts munching.
As she takes it, she places on the table the same message that Alice received.
I think silently Tamarisk would look at it, read it, and then look back with fear in his eyes.
And she'll take it back, roll it up.
I have to go find my friends.
They're turn around. Da-da!
Friends assemble!
Friends assemble! As you get up, spin around. Table right behind you.
Oh, hi.
I think I'm actually going to go to Nor, because Nor, aside from Alice, seems at this point to be the most rational and competent.
So she's like, I'm right here, yo. We had a great moment.
There are literally 2 other people at this party.
Core has nothing to add to this.
I take that back. Redcon.
No, too late.
No, it's
Too
No,
late.
you done
It's
fucked
too
up
late,
now.
buddy.
You done
You
fucked
gotta
up
commit.
now.
Come to
You
rational
gotta commit,
ignore.
bro.
Rational,
All right,
level-headed
fine.
ignore. Let's go.
All right, I stepped in this shit and I'm going to eat it. So, no.
Yes, Tamras, what can I help you with?
Oh, it makes me so happy.
As the most rational and competent of the group,
What group are we speaking
what the five of us. You just seem to know a lot about the world, especially given my experience with your rowing instructions. That's really what I'm basing this entire thing on.
Oh, yes, I'm very good with water. But maybe I could be of help. What? Is it another boat problem?
No, not even remotely. There is apparently a great hubbub inside of Redwall about the unwanted, and they have declared that they are going to attack Redwall.
No, I mean, no one would attack Redwall. That seems ridiculous. I mean, could they attack Redwall? Maybe with what?
I don't know. It seems as though they're rather sure about it. But what should we do with this information?
DM, what do I know? Do I know who the unwanted are? Have I heard of them?
No idea.
Um,
It's a word.
That is a group of words. Okay. Who told you this information?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to say.
Do you have spies? Are there spies
don't
in
have-
Redwall?
I don't have spies. I have made a friend.
Okay. Oh, Fred, you know who might know something? Who knows probably a lot more about Redwall and the surrounding areas? Alice.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I don't spend a lot of time outside of Redwall. I spend, unless it's in the water. Even Cole might actually have more information on this than me.
As we're having this
Literally
conversation,
anybody else probably would have been more helpful than me, but I'll help you find a helpful person.
as you're having this conversation, your dad, Jackalope, kind of walks by. It's just like, did you know apparently there's going to be a shrimp and hot root cook-off?
Oh yes, between the chef and Alice's father.
No, me.
Well, then you should go tell the chef and Alice's father that you would like to participate.
I was told that you volunteered me.
No, that was Cole.
I was told that you volunteered me.
I didn't exactly volunteer you. I just said that you would, beat the chef because you're better than him.
Oh, I am.
know
Oh,
your
that
skill.
is. I am offended. And he walks away.
Alice.
Did I do
Alice is-
something wrong?
Alice is kind of like just like looking at her food, kind of like move, like, oh yeah, what? She'll take her breakfast and kind of walk over.
I'm assuming Saoirse's here too.
Yeah, she'll hop
yeah.
over.
Psst, come here. There's a conspiracy afoot.
Wait, whose feet?
Saoirse's gonna
Tamris.
look down. What?
Why are we looking at Tamris' feet?
Oh. No, Tamris is the one who knows about the conspiracy.
He has a conspiracy
did you-
on his foot.
I think Alice like doesn't necessarily. She's like, she gives you a look like, did you tell him?
No, I did not tell him. He told me about unwanted things, and
No, wait,
I told you Alice would know.
wait, what? Who?
Nor, what's your passive perception?
Who? Nor?
Nor.
Oh, I might not have noticed that. My passive perception is 14.
There are eyes on you. Everyone's kind of like. You can even hear kind of like whispers, like I'm wanted.
We should probably leave this room right now and talk about this outside.
What?
Right.
Yes, we shouldn't. I think it was supposed to be a secret, or at least, it's too late for that. All right, let's. They're already looking, so let's just go.
And to help us get out of here. Nope, I'm not gonna do that yet.
Okay.
You said something earlier. Is there another conspiracy that I don't know about?
Are you heading real quick? Are you heading up and out? So up cavern hole, stairs to the great hall, out to where Temrisk met Alicia, or elsewhere?
One of us has got to have a room close by that's we can sneak
Well,
into.
all the rooms are in the dorms.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we'll probably just sneak outside.
Okay. Are you sneaking? Or are you just walking out?
Just walking.
Just walking,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought so. The almost like classic Abbott Clayton move. The door opens. Good morning. I hope breakfast was fantastic.
Yes. Hello, Abbott. Everything is wonderful, and we have so many fish.
I heard. Thank you very much. And he just kind of like holds open the door. Enjoy the rest of your day. And see you this evening. Oh, do you have any particular songs you want our guests to play, by the way?
How about Under a Violet Moon?
Under a Violet Moon?
Hmm.
I haven't heard that one, but hopefully they have. Otherwise, they're known to improvise, and so we'll see what happens. All right. It kind of nods. But like, especially with what you know, this smile is like glass. You
It's like,
see right
oh.
through it.
It's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh, good. Hmm.
I think that's actually a really, really good time for us to stop, actually.
Great.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
I know I promised the feast, but we did a lot. There's a lot of stuff happening. Whoo boy, as chess pieces continue to move.
Oof.
So, once again, as always, thank you so much for being here. This continues to be a dream fucking come true. So, without further ado, we'll go back around and find out what people are doing this week. Crystal, we'll start with you.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. Right now I am just here, but we are having our session 0 for our new Inspectors campaign this week. So keep an eye on my Twitter and on DC's Twitter, because we'll be back very shortly.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn.
Hey, I'm Lynn, Gremlin art, pretty much everywhere else, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, that sort of thing. You can catch my art, like the ones listed above, all these little animals, our little character here. And for this week, you can catch me next on Watch Society for Birth of New Gods, a Scion campaign where we are in a tomb full of bones, and there is probably some sort of Catman that is going to cause us all sorts of trouble. We are scared. I can't wait to see what happens. And on next Wednesday, we're gonna continue our Hexcrawl campaign, our spy game on Paul Black Cats, where we have to chase down a super spy, and we're gonna have a high-speed chase, and it should be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. You can find me this week. Tomorrow should be Cyberpunk Red, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, over at Roland D's 20s.
Yeah.
This Thursday? This Thursday, yes. This Thursday, you can find me over on Faith Forge Academy, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. That is for another D&D campaign. Just started that. This is our second week. That one's very interesting. I'm playing a retired fighter who's been retired so long that my levels have reset back to level 1.
Oh shit.
So
That's
all of our
cool.
That's
characters in this campaign are characters that used to be high level warriors of legend, essentially, who have dropped back to level 1 for whatever reason. Could be memory loss, could be something more sinister, but very interesting campaign.
Fuck yeah.
On top of that, you catch me again on Thursday night over on Martlet Games for a very special Vampire the Masquerade campaign where I am playing a ghoul.
Ooh.
All of us are playing ghouls who are disgruntled with our dometers, and we are going to talk about it and maybe do something about it. And then, as always, you can find me Saturday over on Vancouver by Night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And then immediately following that at 9 p.m. Eastern over on Rolling These 20s as storyteller for Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night. There's more stuff happening for me. There's usually a long list. Follow me on Twitter. You'll know what I'm up to. Thank you, everybody.
Not a damn thing wrong with that. Keep busy. Keep it making moves. I love it. Speaking of making moves, April Raygun, what's happening?
Friends, I'm April. You can find me everywhere as April Raygun. What do? I'm here on Tuesdays. This Sundays I play. One day I'll be able to do an intro or outro without knowing. I should just write it. I don't know.
No,
why I
I
don't
actually
do
like
that.
this. I like this. This
Awesome.
is my
Put
favorite.
your sticky notes around
Yeah.
your monitor.
Yeah, this is the things I'm doing right here.
Yeah. Sundays, I play an Invisible Suns campaign on Friends Who Roll Dice called The Soul's Confidant. Come check us out. We're almost finished, but we have a huge heist to get through. And I called some demons in to help. So let's see if that gets us in trouble or not.
Just another demon
as
thing.
you
You know,
do.
no big deal.
What else we got? I got a charity game coming up this Saturday for My Stuff Bag. So come check us out for Slady's ATL and Chaotic Tiefling. And I have some other stuff. Just follow me,
Yeah,
follow all these
Tiefling
beautiful
ATL.
people.
By
That's
the
easiest
way,
By the
speaking of
way.
Chaotic Tiefling, congratulations, D&D Jordan Lee, for announcing your
Yes.
joining of
Congratulations,
Chaotic
Jordan.
Tiefling
Yes.
ATL. I know you're in here. I see you. I see the list of the lurks and stuff.
It's been fun trying to keep not publicly going, hey Jordan, when are we gonna go shopping for your new
I know,
apartment?
right? Yeah.
Hey, Jordan, I keep accidentally mentioning that we're gonna be hanging out together soon. Luckily no one's getting those talks.
Yeah, because he's visiting Atlanta for no reason.
Visit
not
Atlanta.
moving there or anything in
No,
the
just
next.
visiting Atlanta for a lot of things.
Exactly.
So, yay.
Billiam.
Yeah, I am Philadelphia on Twitter, and besides playing here on Tuesday nights, I, as always, am joined on Friday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Time with my co-host of AMGM's, PB Smitty, where essentially what the premise of the show is we lightly and tangentially talk about D&D related TTRPG stuff, while essentially the entire time Smitty is pulling out the chair as I try and sit down.
It's so true. Like, it is literally that. No doubt about it.
It's a very good time, and I encourage everybody to come out and join us.
Yeah. So, as always, I am Jacob Flick, Duval King Jacob on the internets. Tomorrow, Duval's Gaming Journey. We're about to wrap up Golden Sun. We're just wrapped the big optional dungeon, got all the Ginny. If you're familiar with Golden Sun, you know what I mean. If not, it's summons and stuff, and like all of them. So we're pretty close to the end, and Bobby's
You're
Lighthouse.
almost finished at that point.
Yeah, Venus Lighthouse, and we're done. So yeah, I gotta figure out what game I'm gonna play next. But fuck, that game is so good. So come hang out and check that out. That is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Twitch.tv/The Amphitheater. As well as Sunday, I'll be over on So Many Games playing Dragonlance Dragons of Rebirth as I continue to play. Ooh, Legacy of Kain's a really good idea. I continue to play one of my favorite characters ever, Professor Isonoff, White Robe Wizard, and of aberration and transmutation and a complete asshole. But that's what happens when you're 293 years old, rock gnome life. So you should come and hang out and check that out. That's at, I think, 7:30 or 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Twitch.tv/So Many Games. And of course, back here for episode 4, where I should not have promised a feast, but there was shit to do and things to reveal, but I'm confident that there will be a feast, but all while other machinations begin to toil around us. So really excited to have you back here Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I know we cut it a little short, but it felt really appropriate for folks to sort of sit on the information that they just gained. So with that, we're going to raid over to Somatic Games. And they actually just started with their Ravenloft King of Ravens campaign, started tonight, ran by Jeremy, who's in my Duel on Dragons cast, on the opposite Sunday of Dragonlance. So they're on break right now, but why don't we just hang out and decompress with the shit that just happened, drop some Duvals in the chat. Maybe we'll yell painted ones too. I don't know. Just because that sounds ridiculous. It's like out of context and whatever. They have to watch the VOD to figure it out. Otherwise, whatever. But as always, we end the streams that I run the same way. I remind you that Black Lives Matter, that trans rights are human rights, that you are never alone, to stop Asian hate, because that shit is fucked up. And also, it's Black History Month, so give us all money and stuff, because we're really cool and things. February is not the only time to do that. Just saying, calling it out. Just saying. Anywho,
Great.
We are out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. Stay black, and we out.
Bye.
Peace, y'all.
We're almost out. We're on the way to being out. We're not quite
All
out.
right,
There. There we go.
And we're,
There
and we're
we
out.
go. Yay! We did it.
I promise I'm not making fun, Bill. I've been here.
Everyone has. Everyone has.
Well, the problem is I
Oh, good. They
hit
just
raid.
come back. So that's perfect.
I hit raid, and then Jacob was like, "Oh, and as we always end our shows," it's like, "Shit, I fucked up the timing."
No, you can.
So
you did it perfectly because you can just click the
and
button.
then I had to uncancel the raid.
You didn't have to.
You sure?
Yeah, because it is a countdown, and then you click raid now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's the countdown, then there's a raid now, and you have about a minute before that timer goes away.
Yeah.
Because it was stop Asian hate, Black Lives Matter, trans rights for human rights, and I was like, oh
Being
no,
long-winded?
3,
What?
2, 1,
What a
there's
trap.
more shit to say.
Anyway.
Stop having causes you care about.
Good old Midwestern
We
goodbyes
gotta go.
here.
We're running out of time.
The Midwest goodbyes, my favorites.